Hey, you guys. I really hope this works. I'm doing this from my computer, so everything is backwards from what I'm used to from going live normally on my phone, but I'm going to need my phone. So I'm going to give everybody just a sec to hop on. Hopefully it shows me people are get on with me. Hopefully I am live in the right group. That would be a problem. Okay, I see some people hopping on. Okay, if you guys can hear me, if you can hear me, oh, I can see, and I can see reactions. Yay, sometimes things don't work, but I can see the things. This is good. This is good. Okay, so we're going to do a live action hour. So we're going to do it from, I made mine into a book, like Carl talked about at the beginning of the year. So, but we're just using the success system sheets. So, and I actually haven't checked any of mine off yet this week. In my book, I've been doing it all digitally on my phone because I screen save it sometimes. So, okay, I can see like all the reactions. I cannot see any comments. This could be a problem. Are you guys commenting and they're just not showing up? That could be a problem. I might have to watch on my phone. Yep, oh, there's all sorts of comments. Whoop, now I'm gonna hear myself. So I'm gonna turn my phone off on my set. I'm gonna just keep an eye on the chat box on my phone. Okay, grab your thing. We're gonna do this really fast. I'm Ashley McClellan. I am legit terrified, but not nervous. I'm excited. We're going to implement Mel Robbins, right? So I am a 6-star and I am a first-time elite coach, which is still feels so crazy to come out of my mouth, even though we've been elite all year. And I am the leader, CEO of My Team is Fit Bliss Nation. I am a mom of 2 little girls. My oldest is 5 and she's in kindergarten right now, and then my baby will be 2 next week and she's sleeping on the other side of that wall. I am happily married. We just hit our 10-year anniversary. I'm a dog mom, and I've been coaching for 4 years. I was very stuck for a very long time. I spent the first 2 years of my business barely skimming by. And on the surface, I was rank advancing and I was hitting Success Club and I was making an income, but I didn't have very many builders. I felt like my business wasn't going anywhere. I was hitting Success Club by the skin of my teeth, and had a big mindset shift the weekend that my little Emma was born. So it'll be 2 years ago next week is when my mindset shift was. And all of a sudden everything exploded for me. And one of the things I had a mindset shift about was the tracker. I used to think that the tracker was not enough, and that if you only do these things, your business won't move forward. That there's got to be some secret thing that the top people in the company are not telling us, and that like it can't be this simple. And so but instead of like just, well, I'm going to do the things to prove them wrong, I just decided not to do the things. So I would post every day. I was consistent about that. And back then, this was pre-Instagram stories. So I would post, we used to have to post like 4 to 5 times a day. Like posting once a day now in your stories is like the best thing ever. But I did all my posting. I did everything on the front end. So on the front end, it looked like I was really doing anything, but I never did this stuff on this tracker. And when I came home from that retreat, I decided that, you know what, I have a lot of elite coaches in my team that I'm like my upline and then her tree. There's a lot of elite coaches and they all keep saying they're doing this simple stuff. So maybe there really is something to this tracker. And I have I was about to give birth. I'm going to have a brand new baby, but I can commit to this tracker. I can commit to being so intentional for an hour. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to do more, but I can commit to an hour, and I can commit to doing, when I work for an hour, I'm going to do these things. I'm not going to scroll. I'm not going to stalk Ashley Molstad's stories and call that working my business. That's not working my business. That's wasting time watching somebody else's stories, even if it's somebody as awesome as Ashley Molstad. And the more that I committed to the tracker, the more it started to work. And the more that it started to work, the more I had faith in it. And the more that I had faith in it, the more my intensity and my urgency and my belief in it went up. And then it started to work more, and it started doing this compound effect thing. So I'm telling you, this works. It does. If you do it like 100% of the time. It's not something that works if you do it the last 3 days of the month. It works all the time. Okay? Okay, so that being said, I like to start at the top and kind of work my way down. And like I said, I'm going to kind of go back and forth on my phone to try to keep an eye on the chat, because I have no freaking clue why they're not coming up on my computer. But it just wouldn't be me going live if we weren't having some sort of technical difficulty. So it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so we're going to start at the top. Being proof the products work. I already did my workout. I'm getting ready to go to Disneyland this week with my team, actually. We leave at like 3 a.m. tomorrow. So I swapped my days around and I did upbeat today because I'm not going to have equipment in California. So upbeat strength, day 52, done. I just finished my Shakeology. I did pumpkin, a scoop of pumpkin or a packet of pumpkin, and a scoop of chocolate together, and I split it with my girls so that I got a full scoop and they each got half a scoop, and we had pumpkin chocolate chip joy. It was fantastic. And oh my gosh, anybody else like dying over pumpkin? And I'm so happy we're not sold out yet. My husband's like, so you're gonna order more, right? Yeah, because 5 boxes wasn't enough. I think we are gonna order some more. Okay, next thing. So back up. Let's go through. I like to go through and check off all the things as I do them. And my workout and shake, actually, I'm gonna do this right now. I usually don't mark those off until I've tracked them in my app. And I just realized I haven't tracked yet. So I run my accountability group in the app because I love that it takes my people somewhere specific and they get to do that check-in and things like that. So, and it keeps things neat and organized. And it makes it really easy to do leaderboards too, because the challenge group will automatically track who's doing their workouts and their shakes, and all I have to do is export the report. And it's fantastic for doing leaderboards so I can recognize my challengers who are showing up. Recognition is one of our vital behaviors. I love being able to do things like that to recognize my challengers. So anyway, I run my stuff in the app. So I'm gonna log in and do that I did my workout. And if you haven't done that yet, I'm challenging you to go do it right now. And if you're already done, then you can just get ahead of me and start working your way down the list. And we're going to discover how bad I am at talking and doing at the same time. Be done since I'll be in California tomorrow. Post. And it's thinking, of course. Okay. And log my shake. Got a cute picture of the kids and me having breakfast, so I'm going to post that in my group. Make sure it shares so it's public so my people see it. Okay, bam. Okay, logged into my group, and I'll go in and interact with everybody else later as we get down. But at least I know I logged my stuff, okay? So now I'm going to initiate connections. So right now I'm really focusing on Instagram, but I'm also doing Facebook. So I'm actually going to start with birthday messages. So I have, I'm trying to open my Google Drive. I message birthdays in their inbox so that we stand out. They've talked about that on National Wake Up Calls before. And I like having a conversation with them about their birthdays. So I will message people the day before their birthday. So that's another reason or another way to stand out. Trying to get my wording to open up in Google Drive so I can just copy and paste it because that makes it nice. But all I do is have to read it every time. So my wording says, copy, happy early birthday. Oh, and I put their name in. Happy early birthday. Hope you get to celebrate and do something fabulous and fun, and don't do any dishes because no one wants to do dishes on their birthday. Fun plans for tomorrow. So when you go in, there's my video of me talking to myself, or I mean, not talking to myself. I'm not talking to myself. You guys are all here with me. It's great. Okay, so if you go into Facebook and you go to, I think it's in events. I usually do this from my computer, but if you go to events and then calendar, is this where this is? I haven't done this from my phone in a really long time. And I would do it from my computer, but I don't know you guys, I might just do it from my computer. You guys are just gonna have to hear me clacking away. Because I am not gonna be able to find, I can't find it on my phone. There is a place to do it. I just, like I said, I'm not good with technology. So whatever, you guys are gonna be in the background and I'm gonna be awkwardly not looking at you, and I'll try to keep my clacking to a minimum. So I am gonna message everyone who has a birthday tomorrow. So I know in Facebook on the group, or I mean on the computer, you pull up events and then there's a little thing that says birthdays. I don't know where that was in my phone, but whatever, I found it. So then I'm gonna grab my wording and then I'm gonna scroll down so I can see tomorrow's birthdays. And right there. Okay. So, and I'm gonna actually open a second tab so I can just scroll back and forth as fast as possible without having to click all around. So if you, I am a huge fan of doing the birthday thing because everybody loves being wished a happy birthday. And a lot of times if you're messaging them the day before, you're the first person to wish them a happy birthday. And they will be like, oh my gosh, you're so sweet. No one's wished me a happy birthday yet. Thanks so much. And people love to talk about food. And they love to talk about what they're doing. And it's a great way for me to find out movies that are coming out because I'm not the greatest at keeping up on movies anymore, thanks to life with 2 kids. And this is also a great way for me to, I'm going to tick these off as I go because I like to keep track of how many I do. I don't necessarily write down the names, but I like to keep track of how many I do so I can make sure that I am doing the right things to move my business forward. And one of those things that you need to do is make sure you're doing enough. Okay, so finish my birthday messages. I'm going to stop trying to talk and work at the same time. I'm going to finish sending these and then I'll tell you what I'm going to do next. Oh, but I know what I was saying. I really like sending these because a lot of people eat out for their birthday, right? I know I do. Last thing I'm going to do is cook on my birthday. And it helps people see when I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, I love Olive Garden. Their breadsticks are crack. Or, oh my gosh, I love going to Rodizio. Their pineapple is like my favorite thing in the world. Or, oh my gosh, you're going to Ruth's Chris. You need to get the peanut butter pie that has the chocolate ganache and the graham cracker crust on it. It will change your life. It is so good. I just got it when we went for our anniversary. And it makes people see that like, wait, I thought you were a health coach. You eat real food. Like it like subconsciously plants in their head that I'm not this like, oh yeah, I walk around eating rabbit food and tell myself how happy I am. Like when I talk to people about food, they see that I like, oh, maybe when she says on her wall she eats real food, maybe she means it. So yeah, I really like talking to people about their birthday because it helps me find people like me. I, in case you can't tell, have a lot. What was her last name? Oh, I started combining people's names. I have 5,000 friends on Facebook, so this does usually take me a second, but that's fun because that means I get to connect with that many more people. And I get asked sometimes, I can't see your guys' chat, so some of you might actually be even asking this, but I get asked, do you send them to coaches too, or do you not send them to other coaches? I do send them to coaches because coaches are my friends, and I want to wish you a happy birthday, even if you're a coach, but I don't count it as a connection. So if I message Kim Fitzpatrick, it's not Kim Fitzpatrick's birthday, but if I message Kim Fitzpatrick, dude, I'm messaging Kim on her birthday. Like, girlfriend, I hope you have the best day ever. And I really do hope you don't have to do dishes. So I mean my invite. But I'm not going to count it as a connection. You know what I mean? Because I don't think Kim Fitzpatrick's going to join my challenge group because she's already running some slaying ones on her own. Jennifer. Okay. Oh, hey, this is a great example. There's an elite coach in my team. Jenny's birthday is tomorrow. Happy early birthday, Jenny. And I'm totally messaging you. I'm not counting it as a connection, but I hope you have a fantastic birthday. Okay, bam, done with my birthdays. So ones that counted, remember how I said I was going to write them down and then I stopped? Okay, 1. Okay, so there was 16 birthdays, but 3 of those were coaches. So I've done 13 connections so far. So I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to do a few more. I'm going to bring me back up because see if maybe, no, the comments still are not back. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so now I'm going to go over to Instagram. And one of my favorite ways to do initiating connections and add followers is I like to pull up an account that I have a lot in common with that has a great sized following. So for example, I'm going to show you one of the ones I do. Don't start doing it just because I said to do it. Find someone like you, but I want to give you an example. So it's K8_small things. I don't know if you can see this because of the glare. She is a mom. She has kids that are very similar to my kids' age. I think her oldest is either also in kindergarten or in preschool. And then her little 2 are like, one's older, one's a little younger than my little one. She's Christian. She's very happily married. She posts like recipes, and she likes to travel, and she's into hair and makeup, and but she posts things that are uplifting and they're positive, and she wears cute fashionable clothes, but she's not like showing lots of skin, and like, so I know that the people who are following her, she has like good, wholesome people who like her posts. Does that make sense? So it's not necessarily that I'm looking for some celebrity that has like millions of likes and then I'm going to go look at all their people. I'm looking for someone who is like, yes, you are like my kind of person. So then I'm going to go to one of her more recent posts, and I'm going to go to who has liked it. And then I'm going to kind of scroll through some of those really fast. And as I see people in there that I'm like, ooh, yeah, you look cool. Based off of who's liking, or I mean, like based off their picture, oh yeah, you look cool. You look cool. I mean, I've followed, in the time that I'm trying to talk and work at the same time, I followed 8 people so far. And if they're private, I do request to follow them because they look cool based off their picture. And if once they confirm that I can follow them, their stuff starts coming up in my feed, if I'm like, whoa, never mind, you're not cool, then I just unfollow them. It's not the end of the world. And if they don't accept my follow, that's not the end of the world either. But if they're public and I can see their stuff, then I'll start scrolling through and look for like a picture that I'm like, oh my gosh, that picture is fantastic. So I just found one that we're like on the beach and the sunset is amazing. And I mean, my upline's upline is Micah Folsom, and I feel like she explained it so well that when you're commenting, you're not like trying to think of like, cool pic, emoji. You're like thinking of things that you would say out loud. So as I was scrolling, my brain thought, oh my gosh, that sunset is gorgeous. So guess what I said in my comment? You're just saying normal people things, okay? So, and I'm going to do one more on her because like we learned in the National Wake Up Call yesterday, she does the 3-1-1 method. So I'm going to do a 2-1-1 method. But I'm going to comment on 2 of these ones because she's got some freaking awesome pictures. She's got a freaking cute jumper, so I asked her where she got it. Okay, so I'm back to the other people that like I'm back in Kate's stuff looking for more people to follow. Found another one that looks awesome. I followed her and she's military. And if you know me or my husband, my husband's not military, but he volunteers for the police, our local police department, and we are very, very pro-military. So I like to follow military people. So I commented and said, thank you for your service. Like that's a normal thing I would say in real life. That's normal things. And it's exactly what I thought as I was scrolling, seeing that she did hashtag re-enlisted for another 6 years. Well, you're awesome. Thanks for serving our country. I'm going to say that. Just found another one that one of her pictures that caught my eye is her dog that she adopted. I have a dog that I adopted from a shelter too. So commented about that. I'm gonna keep an eye on my phone. We're gonna do this for like 4 more minutes. So we're looking for people to follow and people to, one of the best ways I heard it described when I first became a coach is drops of awesome. You're looking for just things to say that are drops of awesome to make somebody else's day better. I'm someone whose son plays football, and if y'all know me, my love language is football. So I'm all about those Friday night lights. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. And meanwhile, anybody that I open that I'm like, ooh, they look cool. Oh, but they're private. I'm just sending them a friend request. And I'm looking for, I know who I'm looking for. I know what kind of person I'm looking for. I know kind of the general age that I'm looking for. I prefer to work with women. Like I know what I'm looking for. And so it makes it a lot easier when I see it to be like, ooh, yes, that looks like my person. Okay. And this girl's shoes, I have got to figure out where she got those. They're like leopard Chuck Taylors. I need to find out where she got those. Okay, so that was over 20 when you factor in the birthdays of me doing a connection that I genuinely mean, that I hope they interact back with me, that was not something like, ooh, cool pic. And then I added 75 people to my network on Instagram. So I will take that. Okay, next thing on the list is going to post. I'm actually going to post about what we're doing right now as soon as I'm done. So I'm not going to post right now. If you know what you're going to, and I always like to have a strategy. I like to think about what it is I'm going to post about. So I'm going to be posting about this, and I'm also going to be bringing up something about my upcoming retreat tomorrow. So I think I'm probably going to take a picture with my R2-D2 suitcase, because hashtag Star Wars is life. I finally get to see Galaxy's Edge. So like I'm thinking ahead about it. I know what my post is going to be. I have a plan. Make sure you do not, even if you're not ready to post yet, it's okay to skip past it. No, have a plan in mind. Are you filling a challenge group? When was the last time you did a side-by-side? I always, Emily Favre, I think, had one of the best things I've ever heard, that when you look at your top 9 on your Instagram, when you look at your own profile, there always needs to be a transformation in there, always. So it's Transformation Tuesday. If you don't have one in there, or you don't have one towards the top, that would also be a fantastic thing to do. I just realized I haven't looked at the comments in a hot minute, so I'm going to come find myself and see if you guys have any questions really fast, and then we're going to keep going. Okay. Dude, Melissa, happy birthday. It's Melissa Ludwig's birthday. I love that you're all telling me where to go find the birthdays. I don't know why the frick I couldn't find it on my phone. Salima said, do you send birthday wishes to only people who comment on your post and wall, or just randomly? I send one to everyone. If you are my friend, you will get a birthday message, because I don't care. If anything, I want to send them to people who don't interact with me, because now that we're interacting, Facebook is going to show them my posts, and it's going to show me their posts for the next couple days. And that's going to give me a chance to do additional connections with this person. So I send birthday messages to everybody. Wendy, hope you had a fantastic lunch break. Drops of Awesome is the best thing ever. Jericho, we're going to look for each other. I'm going Friday. I hope that's when you're going to be there too, boo. Okay, it's only showing me some of the comments. So, okay, hopefully I didn't miss anything. If I miss something, comment again, because I can't see it. And my phone's just being awesome, and that's just technology for you. Okay, so then I'm going to double check my stories. Stories are like so big. I heard, again, I keep talking about all these things I heard. I don't even remember where I heard this. I might have heard it at Summit. That your stories, no one would watch a reality TV show that was 75% commercials and only 25% shows. And let alone if it's like 90% commercials, 10% shows. Like you watch, think about a Netflix show, it's 30 minutes on TV, it's only 22 minutes on Netflix. That means it's like 25% commercials, 75% content. You're doing the same thing with your stories. 25% of your stories is you talking about how you love being a coach, your meal plan, your workout, your supplements, whatever it is that you love about Beachbody, that's your commercials. And the other 75% is you sharing your life, even if you think you're not that interesting. None of us think we're that interesting. But also sharing things that you know your person struggles with. So I know I went in and talked to my stories right before I came on, talking about the Mel Robbins 5-second rule, I'm not nervous, I'm excited thing, because I know I have a lot of people who follow me that can relate to feeling anxious and being scared of like public speaking. And this is my kind of public speaking because I'm sitting in my house, like very safe by myself. I just happen to have like 120,000 people on the other side of the screen. But this is my kind of public speaking. But I'm like telling myself I'm not nervous, I'm excited. And I talked about that in my stories. That's like providing something that can bless someone who chooses to watch my story. That's something that can bless their life. So I always try to make sure as I'm doing my stories that I'm trying to do things that are not just commercials, that are things that it's going to make my followers' life better, and that gives people a reason to follow me, and that uplifts their day because of something I chose to say. And so I always, doesn't mean I'm fake. I'm not fake. I'm not fake. But I try to keep it positive. I don't talk about something in my stories unless I'm ready to put a positive spin on it. So I have done some daily life stuff. I did my workout this morning. Triller is making workout clips. So freaking fun. I did talk about products. I talked about Shakeology, and I did energize this morning. I showed my breakfast, so I've done a healthy meal. I've not promoted a group. I don't think I promoted my group yet today. And I haven't done a recognition or shout out, but I will do that as soon as I make my leaderboard. Okay, respond to all new likes, comments, or views. So I think a lot of coaches do this part different, so it depends on you and how you want to do it. But I love to take this time to go check like my notifications. This is when I make sure that people who are interacting with me, that I'm not missing what they're, oh, I just opened my video. I make sure that I'm seeing, what they said. So we're going to do this for I'm going to keep an eye on time. I'm going to try to keep this to 5 minutes. We're going to see how fast we can go. Okay. Okay. And I think one of the main ways, I usually try to start with my own wall to make sure that any of the posts that have gone up in the last little bit, that I've responded to those people that have interacted with me. That also helps your algorithm. Okay, so I replied back to everybody on Facebook, and I'm just going to do the same thing on Instagram. So anybody who has commented on my pictures in the last couple of days, I'm just going to scan through those top ones really fast. Okay. Whoa, missed one. Okay, now, okay, so done with that. Okay, now we're gonna do invites. This is one of those things that was terrifying that I ignored for so long, and my business suffered so bad as a result. So I am a big fan of, I don't like doing cold invites. So I also don't, one of my biggest things is not complicating it and just don't overthink it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you tell 5-second rule changed my life? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just do it. And so I am a very big fan of inviting people who watch my stories, because if they are watching my stories, then it means that clearly they like what they're seeing. No one makes them watch my stories. So let alone if I'm seeing their face come up over and over and over again. So I will like to invite those people that are watching my stories. So what I do is make a list, like probably once a month or so, of people who are watching my stories. And then when I'm going to do my invites, I keep it to 10. And I will go in and I invite 10 people a day. And I do my wording off the top of my head is like, you stop looking at it and just say it off the top of my head. Just wanted to thank you for watching my stories. It can be super hard to be vulnerable, but it makes it a lot easier when I have supportive people in my life. So thank you. Were you interested in joining the challenge group I've been talking about, or are you just being a cheerleader? Either way, I see you and I appreciate you, so thank you. And then it has like the sparkle emoji and the star eyeball emoji and the unicorn emoji and the tango dancer emoji and the heart emoji and the clappy hand emoji and like all the emojis that I love in real life that I use all the time. I use those, and I will send that wording to all of them. So, and I am a big fan of this analogy. This I didn't realize this I was doing, but this is exactly what I'm doing. I do 20 and 10. So I aim for 20 connections, 10 invites a day. And it's kind of like more sure with 2B mindset. I'm a big, big, big fan of 2B mindset. Changed my freaking life. And if you want to eat more with 2B mindset, you can. You just have to do the more sure model, right? You have more water, you have more veggies, you have more protein, then you have the FFC or the silly that you want to have. It's not that you just spend the whole time doing sillies. There's an order to it. If you want to spend time creating awesome stuff in your challenge groups or doing 1,000 connections, that's fine, but that's not what you spend the whole time doing. You got to do all of it. So I focus on making sure every day that I'm expanding my network. I add at least 50 people on Instagram, that I do 20 connections, and that I do 10 invites. If I have more time and I want to do more, I do it and I cycle back through. I add more people to my network, I connect with more people, and I invite more people. I never go like balls to the walls with one of them. I never add 3,000 people in a day. I never only send 400 invites a day. Like, that's just, for me, it's better for me to make long-term sustainable, set the pace, not race. So I do things that I know I can maintain. I know I can do 20 and 10 every day. Even with busy life of 2 little kids, I can do 20 and 10 every day. So that being said, we just need to do our 10 and then we're like basically almost done with our tracker. So I'm gonna hurry and send out my invites to 10 people down to today. And then we're gonna do a couple quick follow-ups. And something I want to mention about invites, an invite is like, if I'm talking to someone that had asked for information a long time ago, that's a follow-up. That's not an invite. So invites are like, I've never talked to you before. That's what an invite is. It's important to follow up. It is so important to follow up. But if you think about it like a farmer, if you're only fertilizing and putting water and things like that on the ground and you're never putting new seeds in, then at some point the seeds that we're going to take will take, and the other ones will just have withered up and they died and they never do anything. And in the meantime, if you didn't put new seeds in the ground, you're going to have a problem. So you have to put new seeds in the ground. There she is. Okay. I'm actually really proud of myself. I'm like talking and doing at the same time. Okay, I have like 2 left, and then I'm done with my 10. The last one. Spelling all these wrong. There we go. Okay, all right, done with my 10. And again, if I want to do more later, if I finish and my kids are still napping and my oldest is still at school, bam, I will totally do more. Okay, follow-ups. So I keep my follow-ups pretty simple. I actually just switched over to Google Streak thanks to a video Melanie Mitro did that is like making me like, oh, that would have been good to do a long time ago. So I use Google Streak to keep track of people who say, actually, yes, I do want information. That's a quick note I should say about my invites. So if I send the cheerleader wording to 10 people in a day, 8 of the 10 will reply back saying, you know what, I'm okay. I'm doing CrossFit. I just had a baby. I'm trying to get pregnant. I don't want to exercise. Whatever they say, but I think you're awesome and I love supporting you. Because my wording thanks them for their support, they reply, even if they're not interested. 8 of the 10 will reply, okay? 1 of the 10 will ignore me, and 1 of the 10 will say, actually, yes. I have been curious. I'd like some information. That one is the only one that I keep track of. And that one is the one that I will plug into Streak. That is someone that they had asked for information. And so then my flow will, awesome, I'd love to get you some information. What's your email address? And I'll shoot you over a Google form. And the Google form I have is super generic, that I just ask them about their goals. So I know what it is they're interested in. I know why they're interested in this. And so that way I know what to recommend. If they struggle with portions and they really want structure and they really want make you throw up exercise, then they kind of need the works with Ultimate Portion Fix, where the me that signed up would have been all over some sort of 2B mindset, get me set up with Country Heat, which obviously we know we just get a Beachbody on demand, but that I would be talking to them about a program like that. I wouldn't even mention the works to someone like that because that program would have terrified me when I signed up. So I need to know what it is they're interested in before I know which challenge pack to recommend to them, and then I know their goals. So then once I get their form back, whatever. So my follow-up system is keeping track of the people who had said, yes, I want info, and we're in the middle of the conversation still. So I have them all set up in Streak. I have different buckets that I keep track of where we're at in the conversation. If they've filled out the form and now we're trying to figure out the kit, if I haven't got the form back yet, if we figured out the kit and now we're trying to figure out their flavor of Shakeology, if I sent the share cart but they haven't purchased yet, if they purchased and they're one of the newest members of my accountability group, and I'm constantly trying to move people down in the buckets so that they don't stay in the funnel they're in, they're moving down. Does that make sense? So I run Streak on my computer because I just feel like Google doesn't play well on my phone. So I'm not going to do that while you guys are here. I'm going to do it the second I hop off because otherwise, again, I'll be clocking away like normal. But that's how I follow up. So I'm going to pull up my live again because I want to make sure that I'm catching your guys' questions if you have any, and hopefully I haven't missed a whole bunch. Veronica, if they comment on my post, I just comment back typically. I think a lot of this comes back to what you would like to receive. So I'm not the world's biggest fan of small talk. If I comment on someone's picture and I say, oh my gosh, your shirt is so cute. I mean, I guess I wouldn't be upset if they messaged me back, but if I commented on your picture, just comment back to me. You know what I mean? So I like to do what I would like to receive. And I think that's why I'm such a fan of the cheerleader invites, because I would love it if somebody was like, dude, thank you for watching my stories. I really appreciate you. Were you wanting to try some of my lipstick, or are you just having fun watching my stories? Either way, I appreciate you. So thanks. I'd be like, girlfriend, I actually have thought about trying your lipstick, but I love your stories. I think they're fun. I would totally reply to that. And that's exactly why I send it. Because that's and knock on wood, but I've sent that invite 10 times a day for almost 2 years. Next week will mark 2 years, which means I've sent that invite 5,000 times, literally 5,000 times. You do the math on 10 invites a day, 5 days a week, 52 weeks a year for 2 years. That's 5,000 invites, basically. And I have yet to ever have someone send me back hate. That's how dare you thank me for watching your story? They either just don't reply, or even if they're not interested, they feel safe to say, oh, I'm not interested, because I said are you interested, or are you just being a cheerleader? I'm giving them an out without being like, so I don't want to be offensive, or I don't want to bug you, or I'm not using timid wording. I am very like, dude, you're awesome. Thanks for watching my stories. You want to come do this, or are you just being awesome? Either way, I think you're awesome. Thanks for being here. Like, it's strong. It's confident. They reply, and I don't get weird hater messages back, okay? And people aren't weird about follow-ups. That's the other thing. Fortune's in the follow-ups. That is one of the main, I can tell you, I watched Beachbody coaches for like 8 years before I ended up signing up. And I didn't know it at the time because I didn't understand the ranks, but I was following a lot of 15 stars, a lot of elite coaches, a lot of top 10. And I had no idea. I didn't know what that meant. And the coach I picked was brand new and was a diamond when I signed up. She'd been coaching for 4 months. And the reason I picked her is because she was vulnerable and she was real on social media. She did not try to make it look like she loved working out and this is amazing and I just magically post and people magically come to me. She was vulnerable about her real life. She showed her results. She showed her transformation. She shared that life wasn't perfect. She shared her success. She shared the program was working. She was consistent. She showed up every day. She invited me. She was in my inbox and she followed up with me. I reached out several months after she had invited me and said, I'm thinking about it. And she sent me her link and whatever. And then I changed my mind and decided not to do it. And she followed up with me and said, I noticed you haven't done it yet. Are you still thinking about doing it? And that made me like, dude, she didn't forget about me. She's not going to forget about me. I'm going to sign up with her because she's not going to forget about me. I've never had someone be weird about a follow-up either. If you're following up with someone because they told you they want info and you're following back up, people appreciate that. And that's what people are looking for. People are not looking for a Beachbody billboard. If they were, they'd turn on a late night infomercial or they'd Google it. If they were looking for just the program, they'd get it on Amazon or their yard sale page. I mean, I know we don't sell the DVDs anymore, so they'd get their neighbor's Beachbody on demand password. People want accountability. They want someone who's not going to forget about them. They want someone who cares about them. They want someone who will provide those resources. And that's why you've got to follow up, because that's you showing you didn't forget about them. Okay, so there's my rant about follow-ups. Dude, Mary, you're my favorite person ever. I love you. Okay, Chelsea. Yes, my invites are very simple. Story Watcher invite list on paper or Excel, Teamsy. Veronica, I keep my Story Watcher invite list on Google Sheets is where I keep it. Yes. Okay, you guys have had good, either you have good questions that or that I've been able to keep up on, or I'm totally missing some of them. Okay, we got like 4 minutes left. So I'm gonna come back. Like I said, I'm gonna do my invites in just a second. I'm gonna go interact with people in my challenge group really fast and just like and comment on everybody that interacted in there, because we set the tone and the pace. So when we interact in our challenge group with our people, then they know to interact back with each other. So, and I already recognized achievement this morning in my accountability group. So I can check that one off. I need to just post it in my stories and then I'll be able to mark that one off too. But I posted my leaderboard for last week for all my people that interacted in the group and recognized my challenger of the week so that I can ship her out a prize. And I did this last night before I fell asleep, so bam, okay, I'm back where I started. I got all of them. Okay, so I've contributed to my challenge group. I turned off my thing. Contributed to my challenge group. I recognize the achievement. Okay, respond to customer, and I did PD. I was listening to, if you guys haven't read Build to Last from Keith Callahan on Audible, it's the yellow one with the hammer. Oh, it's good. It's good. I read almost the whole book in the last 12 hours. It is good. So I listened to that while I was getting ready. So I need to do my inbox. I need to finish my follow-ups, and I need to post, and I'm done. for the day. Like, and my invites are going to take me like maybe 5 minutes because I just need to finish the ones I didn't do yesterday. And that's it. And I did all the things that will move my business forward. And then, like I said, you do the more sure model. So if you finish and you're like, wow, well, I have a little bit more time. Now what do? You just do more of the same things. So you do more connections, you expand your network more, and you do more invites. It doesn't mean you spend more time in your inbox. You can if you have more messages you need to reply to, but don't get stuck in your inbox. Do the things that are the income producing activities. Adding to your network, building relationships, genuine relationships with genuine comments, asking people genuine questions, and with people that, so that they will know, like, and trust you, and then sending genuine invites to people and following up. If you want to do more, that's what you do. You just go through that more sure model, okay? And have a training on in the background, hashtag good job for watching this. Have a training on in the background so you're growing your business and you're learning from some of the people in the company who are just slaying the game, okay? Okay, hope this was helpful, guys. Way to go on getting your stuff done. Have a fantastic rest of the day. I'll see you guys later. Bye.